What's up, you YouTubers? This is HarpyHunter89 and the voices in my head coming at you from the Duelist Den. And for today's tips and tricks video, we're going to be talking about trading. So hit that intro. Okay, so you may be wondering why I'm doing a tips and tricks video over trading. You may be thinking, well, I already know everything there is to know about trading. What do I need to watch this video for? Well, you may know a lot about trading and you may know everything there is to know about trading, but there are people out there who don't. Alright? There are also new people who are constantly getting into the game who actually don't know a whole lot about trading. So I thought I'd do some tips and tricks for either new people or even veterans who may not know everything. Alright, now the first thing we're going to go over is that there are two main ways of trading cards. The first is online, the second is in real life. And online is what we're going to talk about first. Now if you're trading online, you generally want to pick a site or a source that is reliable. I find that the most reliable site for trading cards online is actually a site called TradeCardsOnline.com. And I'll have that site imposed at the bottom of the screen, and I will link it in the description box below. Or in the description box below. But anyway, when you go on these sites, you're going to want to check references for whoever you're wanting to trade with. Alright? Now on the Facebook sites, it is very unreliable because what you do is you ask for a reference check on somebody, and if nobody gives a reference check, well then that person just kind of screwed out of trading with you. Or if they do have multiple references, you don't know if it's just the same person with multiple accounts giving themselves a good reference check. With the .com sites such as TradeCardsOnline.com, you can go to a trader's public page and look at all the trades that they've done and see the references people have given on each individual trade and make your decision off of that. Now, another thing with online trading is you cannot actually see the cards that you're trading for. The lists are generally set up in a what I want and what I have list. So this is very important, and that is asking questions. Now, you want to ask questions such as, what is the condition of the card? Is it first edition or not? You know, anything you think will be relevant to the trade you want to ask, alright? Now, if you're still not sure, you can always request a picture of the card. And a lot of people who trade online are perfectly fine with sending you a picture via email of the card itself, that you can see for yourself what kind of condition it is and things like that. You know, it's not uncommon and it's a very common practice. Now, if you do actually get an okay for a trade, both of you agree to the trade, you want to make sure your card is protected once you mail it out. Now, the way that most people do this, and is the best method, is you take the card and you put it in a sleeve, and then you put the sleeved card inside a top loader so it is safe from bending and things like that. Because even if you write "do not machine" on an envelope, the post office doesn't always pay attention or listen to what the envelope says. Now, another safety tip for trading online is that inside the sleeve with the card, what I do is I write the name and address of the person I'm trading with or mailing it to on a piece of paper and put it inside the sleeve with the card just in case the envelope gets ripped open or something. The post office can see the card, see that's where it's supposed to go, and put it in another envelope and mail it to that person. Alright, the next venue is real life trading. Now, real life trading is pretty simple. You find somebody with cards, you ask if they want to trade, and you guys conduct a trade. Alright, so what kind of tips can I give for that? Well, it's pretty simple. Before you do the trade, you want to make sure you have your binders set up properly. Alright, now what I mean by that is there are multiple ways of setting up your binders. You can set up your binders by the rarity of the cards, you buy the price of the cards, there's just several different ways you can set them up. You set up set the cards up, all sorts of ways you set up your binder. But one thing that I would advise against doing is if the card is not for trade, do not put it in your trade binder. This is a pet peeve of almost everybody out there, and yet we always find someone who does this, alright? You go up to somebody, you're trying to get a trade done, you look through their binder, and scattered throughout their binder are cards that are flipped upside down, and you ask them how much it's worth, or if they're trading, and they say, oh, it's not for trade. Go another couple more pages, what's that worth? Oh, it's not for trade. Alright, if the card is not for trade, do not put it in your trade binder, alright? Now I understand a lot of people don't have multiple binders, so if you do have cards in your binder that are not for trade and they're just in there so they don't get damaged or anything, put them near the back of the binder, put some sort of separator in it like a piece of notebook paper so people know past this point these cards are not for trade. Alright? Now when trading in real life there are also multiple ways of trading. The first is by what you want. Now the way that works is, say I have a secret rare Stardust Dragon, alright, and the person I'm trading with has a super rare Blue Eyes White Dragon. Well, I really want that super rare Blue Eyes White Dragon, and they really want my secret rare Stardust. Well, if we're both okay with it, even though the prices or rarities don't match, we'll both go ahead and agree to the trade and trade that way. Now this is usually seen with new players to the game who aren't really familiar with the price guides or things like that, or what the rarities are. That's generally where you see this kind of trading. The second type of trading is by rarity. Again, this is seen primarily in newer or less experienced traders. And that's, oh, I have a secret rare copy of this card that you want, you have a secret rare copy of this card that I kind of want. Let's go ahead and trade for rarity straight across. But the most common way of trading among Yu-Gi-Oh players is by price. And that's where you try to match the cards that you want with the price of the cards that the other person wants. Alright, now this is very complicated because not everybody uses the same site for pricing. Some people use Troll and Toad, some people use eBay lowest price. There's just multiple ways you can check prices for these cards. Alright, now what I do is if I ask somebody if they want to trade, I would generally use the site or price guide that they want. If somebody asks me if I want to trade and they initiate the trade first, then I will use the site that I generally use. Alright? If they don't agree with that, then I will try to come to a compromise, and if they won't compromise on it, well then I'm not going to trade with you. Now you may be asking, what kind of compromise could we come to? Well, it's real simple. The compromise I usually go for and that you people usually agree to is we take the site or the price from their site and the price from my site, and we do an average from those two sites for the price, and that's the agreed upon price that we go for. Well, I don't think there's really anything else I can say about the types of trading, but I hope this video was informative, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys learned some new knowledge from it. As always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comments in the section below. Also make sure you check out the Duelist Den Facebook page. I put updates on that page every Sunday as to how many videos I'll be doing throughout the week and what type of videos I'll be doing. I also put up on that page when I've uploaded a new video to the channel. Furthermore, I am doing a Maximum Crisis pack giveaway, and if I can get 100 subscribers by July 4th, I will be giving away 5 packs of Maximum Crisis, but I need to have that 100 subscriber mark by July 4th. So make sure you get your friends, your family, everybody you know who's interested in this game on this channel and subscribe to it. And until next time, this is Harpy Hunter 89 and the voices in my head, signing off.
Take a shot at